What are you waiting for?
Come join the Geek Drums Nation. What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will be talking about Superman and Lois, Season 3, Episode 12, otherwise known as Injustice. Excuse me. Guys, this goes without being said. There will be spoilers in this video, so if you have not seen the episode, go watch it and come back and watch this video later. Make sure you come back. This episode, I'm just going to let you know right now, 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. One of the best episodes this season. We finally had the long-awaited debut of Michael Cudlitz as this version of Lex Luthor, this Earth's Lex Luthor, and man, knocked it out the park. I have no complaints about his performance as Lex Luthor whatsoever. I love Michael Cudlitz as an actor already. I watched him for a very long time on The Walking Dead and various other shows. I find it real fitting that this season we have two Walking Dead alumni as the big bads of the season. I think that's really cool. With Chad Coleman was on The Walking Dead as well as Tyrese. I think that's really, really cool. But guys, let's just dive right into this episode. Before we do that though, real quick, if you are new here, if you like what you see, subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button on this video and turn on alerts so you never miss another one of my very, very fun, nerdy videos. This episode starts out with Lois monologuing, basically talking about, recovery and, coming to terms about healing and whatever. And it goes both ways because she has to deal with this whole Lex Luthor situation. That's really, she helped put this man in jail. So she has to deal with the oncoming storm of that and dealing with, her body healing after having the surgery because we know she just had the surgery last episode. We even see Clark washing her hair. It's a really touching episode. I'm sorry if I'm looking away, guys. I'm looking at my notes. It was just a really touching moment. I've liked that this entire season we've had like the cold opens were just sometimes with no words. It was just Clark and Lois, them being the lead characters of the show. Is good to see them having that time, and that's always cool to see, at least in my opinion. You guys may feel differently, but in my opinion, I think that's always cool to see. Lois wants to find some more dirt on Lex, to keep him away because everybody knows Lex is not a good person. And from what we've seen in this episode, Pia said he was the devil before he went to prison. What is he now? Like, seriously, what did this man become in prison? Because from what we see, yeah, he don't play no games. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty. This is a Lex that is like fully hands on, will be brutal. And yeah, I can't wait to see what he brings to season 4. I'm very excited. I'm glad he's staying. We heard that was going to be true. Then last Monday, we got that confirmation. So yeah, I'm glad he's staying. Now with the kids, we see Junior has done an interview with the Daily Planet about the hero that saved him and Sarah. He still has not let that go. And Jordan is feeling himself. Like, he even went to defend Junior and basically brag on himself without, saying it was him. Jordan, this entire episode kind of irritated me because his parents are just trying to keep a lid on his powers until he gains a little bit more control. But Jordan is, he's arrogant with it. He's arrogant with it, and he is a kid, but at the same time, he's tired of being in his father's shadow. He was always the one, the socially awkward one, and now he has something that sets him apart. But he's very, very arrogant with it. It irritated me this entire episode, especially once we got to the end of the episode, and he kind of like pulled away from his dad at super speed and use his powers. Even during the tornado scene, guys, you know how I do it. I jump around the entire episode, so don't be shocked now. When he pulled away from his dad, I was shocked at that. I'm like, whoa, like, dude, you're tripping. He's still your father. I don't care how many powers you have. He's still your father. At the end of the day, you will respect him. And that's just coming from me being a parent myself. And with the tornado, how he flew in. He stopped his granddad's truck from flying away, but at the same time, I think he had an ulterior motive. He knew his granddad had his suit in the car, so he flew in. He knocked the truck down out the air, grabbed his suit, went up to fly and help his dad. He did, but his dad did not need his help at that time. He told him to go home. He was really disobedient. And then what like made me laugh is that, like, you landed in front of the civilians because you knew that they would flock to you. You knew that they would want to take pictures and selfies or whatever. And then what also blew me in that moment, he turned around and he nodded at his dad like, I got it. Sam and Clark looked pissed. Rightfully so. They looked pissed in that moment. He also tried to blame Sarah for telling for Lana, excuse me, coming to talk to Clark and Lois at the Gazette, and I'm like, bro, that's not her fault. You trusted them with the secret, and you're just out here willing to give it all up. So yeah, like Sam says, they need to rein him in a little bit. They really need to rein him in. Um, as far as the kids go, Jonathan's story arc this episode was also great with having to deal with Kyle, being too easy on him at the firehouse. Clark goes to talk to Kyle about that, and I don't. Kyle doesn't really take it that well. Like I said, Kyle knowing the secret, he's gonna be annoying with it, and like this is the second week in a row, like he acted weird. But the dude was doing too much about a sandwich. Like, bro, it's a sandwich. You want a sandwich? Go get it yourself. Like it's not that serious. Like dude was being a dick for no reason. Um, there was no Nat this episode, and Sarah's story mainly revolved around Jordan and his drama, and Junior and his drama. Because Junior, like I said, did a whole interview with the Daily Planet, which got back to Lois because the person that she trained is like literally a bloodhound looking for a story. Like she calls Lois, says that, can she give any insight to this? Clark is sitting there like, no, 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 not at all. You're not doing this. And Lois still says yes, because she has no real reason to say no that she can tell, her friend about. So there's articles out there. It's blogs about Jordan's exploits, and this is gonna blow up. And I have a feeling that whatever happens next episode we know it's gonna end on a cliffhanger, but the Jordan stuff is gonna end on a cliffhanger too, and we have to wait on season 4 to find out how this all gets resolved. And not knowing when season 4 is coming because of this writer's strike, yeah, I have no words, but we just gotta wait to see what happens. Now with Lex, oh my God, Lex took over the prison from day one. That was Lex's prison. He showed how much control he had over the outside world, over the warden in just a matter of seconds, in just a phone call. Like he had his family being held hostage. The warden then got all the guards to beat up Otis Graves and all the other prisoners. That scene was brutal, especially after seeing Lex basically letting himself get his butt kicked, get punched in the face with clippers. He just wanted the clippers to assert dominance. Like that was crazy. It's also great to see that Otis Graves is not an idiot like he's portrayed in other forms of Superman media. If you know what I mean, it's glad to see that Otis is competent, but he ain't stupid. He's gonna fall in line because this Lex Luthor is nothing to play with. John Cryer, Titus Welliver, and now, Michael Cudlitz as these amazing portrayals of Lex Luthor in television. I cannot leave out. Michael Rosenbaum. 4 incredible interpretations of Superman on the television side, and Michael Cutler just keeps elevating it. I don't think I could see any of these other actors bringing this type of physicality to the role. Michael Rosenbaum did get his hands dirty on Smallville, but this type of physicality, that Michael Cudlitz is the Lex Luthor for this universe. If I can say it, if you get what I mean, I'm man, like he used the guy as a chair. He's getting gourmet meals. Like I laughed so hard when the guy walked up to Lex and he was like missing his teeth because the guards beat his teeth in. Like that's hilarious. Like he has a usual at the like he has the guard like he has all the prisoners standing outside their cells like they're butlers. Like he runs that prison. Like what are they gonna do now that he's gone? Is it gonna go back to status quo like before he went in almost 2 decades ago? How is that gonna go? How is that gonna go, guys? Like the fact that I was so out, like not confused, but when he started like just punching at the chair, I'm like, what's going on? But like you're sitting on one of the inmates, and I guess Cuz was leaning, so you wanted him to sit up, and then it pans down, and you just see dude's nose is leaking because Lex just like pounded on your face. Michael Cudlitz, way to make an entrance, way to make your presence known. I'm mad that we only have another like one more episode with you this season, but I'm glad we have a whole nother season with you because if we only had 2 episodes, I would be pissed. I would be pissed. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Like I said, it was a 10 out of 10. Man, also the tornado save was great. Sam Lane handling the civilians and getting them under the bridge. That was great. I thought it was hilarious how they were just standing out in the open, like you see the funnel. We know Sam Lane is not returning next season at all in any capacity. So I wonder how long he's known. I wonder if they're going to kill him off. I hope they do not. I really hope they do not kill him off. I hate when they do that and the character is not returning. Just keep them alive in the universe. You don't have to kill off everybody. So my wife was afraid that they were going to kill him off in the tornado. Was like, is this how he dies? I'm like, I don't think he's going to die. I'm glad he did not get sucked up into that tornado. Seeing Clark and Jordan work together to take down the funnel was great. It was also symbolic because Lex was literally walking from Stryker's prison to Smallville, and that whole interaction between Clark, Lois, and Lex was amazing. When Lex told Clark to be quiet, and Clark just was like, wow. I felt that and I laughed out loud. I laughed out loud because I'm like, bruh, does he not know you're Superman? And I honestly I think he does. I think that's gonna come out next week that he knows Clark Kent is Superman. And if he doesn't, I think he will find out next season. We got 10 episodes next season, 10 episodes of Lex. I don't want to miss a beat with this character. Man, like I said, this episode was a 10 out of 10 for me. I thoroughly enjoyed Michael Cudlitz. Before we jump out of here, though, they go to find Bizarro. Bizarro is like fully zombified, eating rats. Like he's feral. And he attacks Otis Graves. We don't know if Otis is going to be dead. We don't know if Clark, well, if this version of Bizarro, if Clark, this version of Clark, I can say that because on his earth he was Clark. We don't know if he can turn people, but this does look like they're going to turn him into Superdoom. And what better person to do it than Lex? Because Lex wants to kill Superman. What better way to kill Superman than to use a zombified Superman? Next episode, the finale is going to be something to see, and I think it will be one of the better finales that we've had for this show. So, guys, let me know down below what you thought about this episode. Let me know your score, and let me know what you thought about Michael Cudlitz and how you feel about the whole Jordan thing. Like I said, if you are new here, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you all next time.